What's up, puh-GEEZ? It's so nice for you to join me today. How are you feeling?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. My bad. My bad. I'm good.
That's
I'm good.
okay. That's okay. How's
I'm,
everything going?
I'm fantastic. I'm just hot. You feel me? I'm just a little
Nah,
hot.
I get it. I get it. This heat wave has been kind of crazy. I'm over
This
it.
shit crazy.
For real. I'm definitely
Fact.
ready for the fall.
That's a fact. That is a fucking
Absolutely.
fact.
So
That's a
anyway,
fact.
thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you doing this interview with me. I'm really excited to get to know you more as an artist. I love your
Uh-huh.
music. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I ever heard any of your music was at the concert on Allen
Nice.
a couple weeks ago, and I was like, nah, I gotta go listen to some more of their stuff. And then I finally
Nice.
found you on Instagram, and I got to get on your Bandcamp, and I was like, nah, he's dope. Because
Nice.
I just listened to Moody, which I really
Come
liked.
on.
I liked Moody. I liked it. Who does the production for your songs?
A lot of it is us. Like we keep a lot of it. Like I think like I produced Moody, and I had this dude. He played guitar on it. I only laugh because like Moody is like 2 years old, and there's just like one of those songs that was done, and it's like, bro, you just sitting on this shit right now. You got to release it or
Yeah,
something.
like I'm glad you did.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I did, and it's getting like a lot of good like feedback from it. And like I said, like that was like when I first started making beats, really. And I was like, you get to a point where you just like, all right, I think I do want to like say something to this.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like my homie I was working with, Richie Anthony, shout out him, dope guitar player, and he was like, yeah, I'd love to play something on this. And I think it just brought it to life a little bit more, you know.
Honestly,
So
I love it. It's a dope track. I definitely loved the guitar input that your friend put in. It kind of rounded out the whole track. There is a track that I listened to that I felt like I was high when I listened to it. So
come on.
like I felt like I really was understanding the song in whole. So the song Motion that you have out with oh my
Was
goodness.
little wizard.
Yes, Wizard
That's
of
my
Wizard.
boy.
I was like, I
That's
feel
my
like that's his
boy.
name, but I don't want to say it wrong. Wizard of
Uh-huh.
Wizard, yes. So I
Uh-huh.
first listened to that track in my headphones.
Yeah.
And the way that there's one like chord or something that you guys have that kind of flows between the left and the right headphone, right? And the
Yeah.
song, you guys keep mentioning like going with emotions and things like that. And I felt like I'm really just going with the motion of the song because as it flowed between each headphone, I felt like I was definitely feeling the song a little bit more than I would if I had listened to it like on a big speaker system. Like I feel like that's a song
Fact.
that you kind of gotta take in on your own and not like granted it's something that I could definitely bump as well, but like
Fact. Fact. Fact.
listening to it like in my headphones just like chilling, I felt like I could feel it more. So what was like the purpose behind that song, and was that like kind of what you hoped people would get from it, or am I just a little weird?
So now like low key, like I remember, I mean, that's from Perception, which is like I think like 3 years old now, maybe something like that. But I remember making that beat, and then it was like it felt like very just like, well, me and Dwayne made the beat. I started with the melody, he added like his drums and whatnot. And then I remember just like making it, and then I was like, all right, this beat is cool. I start playing 2K. I can't even lie. And then just like, but sometimes like that's the way I like to write. It's just like kind of just doing other shit, and then like letting the lyrics come to you as opposed to just like sometimes sitting down, which like is different times for different things.
Yeah.
And I just kept saying, go with the motions, go with the motions. Like, oh shit, I think I could you know what I mean? And like it is like very repetitive, but like I think that's like kind of the point. And to go back to what you said before, I'm so glad that you said like the first time listening to the music was live, because I feel like that's where we as a collective roadies kind of like shine a lot more, because
Yeah.
we're like we're a little reclusive at times in person, and sometimes I think the music doesn't like give off the right emotion sometimes, because we are so chill, and it sounds good, it's just like when you on stage, that's a different beast, that's a different
Yeah.
person that's up there, so like for you to see it like on stage, I mean, like, yeah, live on stage was just like that's actually really cool. And yeah, but that's a perfect example of a song that's like perform emotions live is insane. Like I think we only done it like 2 or 3 times, but like it's not as chill as the song is, but like that's the beauty of it. Like
I definitely feel like if you listen to Motions like by yourself, it's super chill. It
Hmm.
definitely like makes you feel like you're just flowing with the song. But when you
Hmm.
listen, I feel like I'm not entirely sure if you played that song live. Did you play that song live when we were at
Nah,
I
no, we
was
didn't do
gonna
that
say
one.
because I feel like I would have remembered if you played that one.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if I ever get to experience it live, I definitely feel like it'll be a way different experience than how I experienced it when I first listened to it.
hmm,
Because
hmm,
it's gonna be, it allows when you perform live, it allows you to put the energy into the song that you originally like were feeling when you made it, as opposed
hmm.
to just people listening to how you recorded it. So
Exactly.
it allows for your audience or your fans, you know, to really feel the music in the sense that you did, which is what I really appreciate about watching people perform live. And it's nice to be able to first encounter an artist as they perform live because you really get to feel like what they're feeling for that song.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And like Motion is one of those songs where it was like it is like a very calming song. Like you said, like when you're by yourself, listen to it in headphones. But like on stage, it's just like, nah, this is how I really felt. Let me show you. Let me show you
Yeah.
how I felt.
And you
Nah,
guys definitely have a great stage presence. I was entertained the entire time you guys were up there for sure. Like I was locked
come
in.
on,
I was really
come
locked
on,
in.
come on.
And that's tough to have, honestly, like especially as a group, because especially if you have like members that are kind of more introverted or you have like, you know, people that aren't really used to performing, it could be tough to really keep the crowd lit as a group if like only
Facts.
one of y'all are really live and the other ones are like, nah, I make music, but it's like chill, you know, like I'm chill all the time,
Yeah,
you know? So
yeah.
it was nice that you guys all had like top tier energy and you really put your all into performing the songs that you did at that show. So I really did appreciate it.
I
Which
appreciate that. Like the feedback for real.
yeah.
Who'd you come with? You just like you
Oh
just
no,
played it by yourself?
I was in town and
Oh, okay.
Skating Games had sent me the info for the
Ah,
concert.
nice.
I'm cool with them. So I just like happened to stop by and I was like, dope. I'm happy that there's a concert going on this one week that I'm in town. So
Cool
it
as
was
hell.
nice. Yeah. It was nice. I
Hmm.
got to see a bunch of people that I've seen perform before, and then I got to see a bunch of new people, which was dope.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good first one back. I can't even lie. Cause
Yeah, it
that
was.
yeah.
I felt like they definitely picked like a great location. I loved the setup,
Hmm.
everything. It was really lit. It felt like Buffalo. Like it felt like
Yeah,
yeah, like it felt like the concerts I used to go to, you know, pre-pandemic. So it was really nice. It was really dope.
exactly, exactly.
So I do want to get into your artistry a little bit and what
Uh-huh.
really first got you into music and which aspect of music do you resonate with more, like writing or producing?
Um, that's a great question. I mean, so to start it, like I think I really first remember getting into music with my mom, honestly, and she was just playing like everything from like Sting to A Tribe Called Quest, like Jamiroquai. She was playing like a bunch of stuff, so I just had a bunch of stuff in my ear all the time. And then like I feel like I'm at like that age where either you got the old school hip hop or you kind of didn't, you
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
And like I feel like I was like perfect timing because I got, like I said, Q-Tip is like one of my favorites, because he's a producer, rapper, and like his
And a
image was,
genius.
you feel me? You feel
Lyrical
me?
genius, that is, yeah.
But like I always resonated with him so much because he was like very soft spoken. He didn't have like his beats were hard, but they were hard for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you feel me? They were,
absolutely.
you know what I mean? They were a lot more chill, didn't have like crazy stuff, but they just hit all the time.
Absolutely.
And like when I was young, I didn't really like focus on the producer too much. I can't even lie. Like I was like, oh, that's the rapper. So he just must be the whole thing. And then like you start digging at people like Pharrell and then Ye, you know what I mean? And he was like, oh shit, like they produced the beat, you feel me? And then like, so I wasn't always producing. And then like a couple of years ago, I just like picked up Fruity Loops and then was kind of just like messing with that. And then like over the pandemic, I was like, I need something else. So I got Ableton, taught myself that, and Ableton is like really doing justice right now. So I think to say like I'm messing with the producing side right now. I can't even lie. I think I do. I really want to be a writer, low key, like a little bit more behind the scenes, but like still dropping my own stuff here and there. You
Yeah,
feel
but
me?
who's to
Like,
say you can't do both? You could do whatever you want to do.
mm-hmm,
So if
mm-hmm.
you want to focus on writing for a little bit, focus on it. Or you can dibble dabble into both. It doesn't mean that one is gonna lack at all.
That's a
You can
fact.
write and produce at the same time. Because if you're still gonna be making your own music, you may want to just produce and write all of your own stuff. Like, why
That's a
not?
fact. That's a
So,
fact. And
no,
I'm always inspired by people like Kanye because like when he came in the game, he was like, "No, I got the hardest beats. I'm gonna
yeah,
keep making hardest beats, but then I got raps too, And then like personally, I just feel like ain't nobody gonna do your beat justice like you. I mean, people are gonna make hot songs, of course. You feel me? Like that's inevitable. But like it's like it's your head. Like that sound came from your head, so like you
yeah,
know what you would say. You know what I mean? So it's like an extension of you, basically.
exactly. I think
So
I think if you produce your own music and also write your own music, it makes making music a far more intimate process. Because now not only have you built that beat from scratch, but you also decided what words would go best with
you
what you
know,
just created. So I think it makes it far more genuine and it also just makes it more intimate for the artist. But for me, as a person who loves to listen to music, I think it makes the experience far greater because
hmm
I know that you really put so much of your talent and effort into these tracks. So it makes
yeah,
me a little bit more appreciative of what you're releasing, knowing how much work you've done to release
yeah,
it.
for real, for real. I always like always just gotta respect the artists who produce and then what I mean, made the or like put the
Yeah.
lyrics to the track. Yeah, it's an interesting time right now just because I got like a vinyl player
Uh-huh.
and so I just been like listening just to records. And then even like when I'm not listening to records, I find myself like Apple Music, they finally like just like go off what the first song you played was.
Yeah. I just discovered that the
Yeah.
other day to play similar music. I was like, bet, say less. That shit is
You
dope.
feel me?
Yeah.
That shit is so fire now because Spotify did it.
Oh,
And then you know
we
what I
late to
mean?
the
And then
game. We late.
low key, low key. So it's just like it's perfect though because I've been finding like I listen to like a lot of oldies now, just like I'll start off with like I'll pick Boosie Collins and then next thing you know, Apple Music will just like start playing some whole other shit that's
Yeah.
like I ain't never heard this before. But it's like it's perfect. That's just like their lyrics, you know what I mean, also like inspiring me just because they were so real, so
Yeah.
simple but like so real. Like the I got this Ozzy records, Ozzy Brothers record and songs I've heard a bunch of times. But then it was just like, damn, y'all was really spitting low key. Like
Yeah.
it's
Deadass.
crazy. For real. For real.
No, honestly, like I go back and I listen to there's like one old song that I really love. It's called Going in Circles, but it's actually really sad. But
Yeah.
I just think the way that they put everything together, the song is so beautiful to me, but it came out in like the 60s. And I
Yeah.
still bump that joint like daily, like it just came out yesterday. So I think like it's nice that we can pull from classic artists like that because then in turn, you're making classics yourself that people can then
Yeah.
pull from once they go back and they're like, oh, puh-GEEZ inspired me to I was listening
Yeah.
to and I, pulled from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be like the dope way to set everything up. It's like you listen to classics, you create classics, and it goes on from there.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. And I think like right now I'm just focusing on like the writers a lot, like just old school writers and just like from different genres. And right now, like I love Nick Drake,
Mm.
and he was like this dude from like maybe like the 50s or 40s or something like that, but like died like really young just because like he looked like depressing as shit. Actually, I can't even lie. Like his lyrics are like heavy as fuck, but the stuff that he would say is like, damn, bro, like how do you say that? But it's like, but that's what that's the point of it is just like I feel like we all say the same things, like rappers, singers, rock. You know what I mean? It's just like sometimes it's like a different way to
Yeah,
say the same thing, and like that's what I'm kind of focusing on right now. Like how do these people say this when really like in a rap song, like it's kind of the same. You know what I mean? It's just like a different way to say shit.
yeah.
So
I mean, because
it's very interesting.
we all have somewhat similar experiences that we can make music about, So you
You
can
know?
relay the same message, but in a different tone, in a way that people will understand it that it wasn't presented before. And
You
music
know what I
gives
mean?
you the opportunity to do that. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Like we like a lot of people have pain. I'm not gonna say everybody, you know what I mean, but a lot of people got pain,
Yeah,
and like you know what I mean. Like metal people, they be screaming that shit.
I know.
Like you feel
Yeah.
me? Like I'm not a fan of country, but you know what I mean. They be
I mean, they
singing
do
that
their
shit.
thing too, yeah. Whatever they do. I'm not a
Like
fan of country either, but
you
like,
feel me? Like I don't really like it,
yeah.
but
But you could
like I
definitely
just
tell
love.
it's emotional for sure.
You feel me?
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? They definitely be feeling that shit. So like that's cool. That's cool. You gotta expand your palette sometimes. You feel me?
Absolutely. I feel like when you are willing to listen to genres outside of the genre that you make yourself, it
Hmm.
allows you to incorporate a lot of different sounds and a lot of different vibes that probably aren't being heard in your genre because you're willing to go outside the box. Which I
Fact.
think a lot of people, when you create music, I feel like you have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone from time to time. Because if you,
Hmm.
I feel like if you stay in your comfort zone for too long, you end up like the baby, where you just keep making the same song over and over and over. Like, like it's the same
No, I
vibe,
hear
every
you.
single song.
I
Like,
hear you.
I know you have other emotions, like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
so you want to like expand your, like you said, expand your palette and really take in a lot of different genres and a lot of different types of music. I
that's
mean,
a
I'm
fact.
not really that into country, but I will give it a chance if like I feel like I want to listen to something that's a little bit different, and it's nice for artists to like it's nice to hear a track where you're like, damn, I never heard anything like that before. And then you go and see what the
Right,
inspiration was, and you're like, wow, this is really obscure. And it's like
right,
nice to see that people are so into their craft that they're willing to go out of bounds to seek inspiration and seek new things for people to hear.
right. For real, it's so important. It's so important.
Mhm.
Like we were saying like earlier, like there's that one song "Alone" that I put out,
Mhm.
and it's really like a lot of like those. Well, not a lot, but like some of them lyrics like came from Brenda Lee, and who was like a singer who also had like very powerful lyrics, but like the way she was saying it was like, damn, like if I say it like this, and just like kind of like put my own spin on it, like it'll sound hard, and like we saying the same shit, we really saying the same shit. It's cool as hell. It's cool as hell.
That is really dope. So I
Yeah.
do want to get a little bit into your creative process when it comes to writing. Um,
Hmm.
as far as like how you really come up with what you're going to say on a track, or like what what do you pull from, or what really inspires you for how you write?
Um, I can't even lie. A lot of it is just like a lot about love and just going through relationships. I can't like it's
Yeah.
because I mean like I said, like I listen to a lot of oldies and a lot of them old school niggas was talking about how they felt, you feel
Yeah.
me, about a woman, so sometimes like my stuff like is a lot like has to do with like a woman. So I'm like, no, nobody in particular, you know what I mean, but it's just like you just
But
draw
it's,
from experiences,
yeah.
and yeah, it just makes for a great song, I think,
I think so. People love to hear. I love to hear about love. Like I mean, like I love love in a sense that I love the
come
idea
on.
of love. So
Yeah,
so it's nice that that artists focus on that, because like I have all these like daydreams and fantasies, and it's nice that other people are kind of like feeling the same.
for
So
real, for real.
it's dope that that's what you pull from, but that's honestly one of our biggest inspirations, love
It
and
is. It
so
definitely
if
is.
that's what you can focus on, that's better. I prefer to hear a song about love than about hate or about suicide or anything like that. So
For
I
sure.
definitely resonate with that more than
For
anything
sure.
else.
And there's like love for different things, that you can pull from. I know like sometimes like I like to just like walk around like, just wherever and then just yep. And then yeah, just like get lyrics like that, kind of like put things in my head and then just kind of like mentally keep a note of it. And then, when it's time to put it down, it's like, okay, cool. Like I said this, and then you kind of like build from that. You feel me? So yeah.
So is that also somewhat your creative process when you produce? I know you said you've been listening to a lot of vinyls, a lot of oldies, and you've probably been pulling sounds and things from that. But like what are some other steps you take when you produce?
So like sometimes setting up just like it's not a tough setup, but it is like, all right, I gotta put this here, do this, you know. So sometimes it's just like, all right, what if I just want to just like make a beat without all that, you know? So sometimes I'll just like listen to the samples, you know what I mean, and just like download them, and then I'll do it like that.
Mhm.
Um, it's like this thing called Splice. I've been using that a lot more, which is like a cool tool just to like if you just need to make beats quick. And I appreciate that because sometimes like you're not necessarily inspired,
Yeah.
but you want to work on something. So I feel like that's what it really helps me do. It's just like, all right, like now I'm in the mood. Now I made like two beats. Now I'm gonna just like make one really from scratch, you know? And then you know that's how you get on a roll, honestly, and just like stay in that creative process.
Do you
Um
have any like favorite genres or favorite sounds that you like to pull and incorporate in your beats? Because I noticed there's kind of like just listening to the few songs that I've listened to, you guys are like you're more heavy on outside instruments as opposed to like bass. Like I
mhm,
hear more of the chords, I hear more of the guitar, I hear more of the, like the piano, I hear more of like the synthetic sounds, but I don't
yeah,
hear as like bass isn't as heavy in your beats. And I was
yeah.
wondering, like, why do you make your beats like that? Do you not like, why don't you rely on bass like a lot of other artists do?
That's pretty cool actually, because recently I think like messing with Ableton, it's like it's made me want to like, nah, I need some drums. Like
Mhm.
I need some slappers, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I think like I said, like with just like the way I write and like the way I think about things, it just kind of makes sense as to like using like lighter sounding stuff, like Q-tip, like I said, like very like light sounds,
Yeah.
you know, a bit of like a lo-fi sound almost. But like recently I have been using like a lot more 808s. I can't even lie. But like and it's not that like I definitely will use some of them, but like I do want to like send my beats out to people, you know,
Oh
because
yeah.
you feel me? Just because like I know like that's the sound, you know, people want that hard hitting, you know, that bass. You feel me? And I feel like not using bass like in my own stuff, it kind of like allows me to like relay my message a lot easier. You know, like now you can really focus on
Yeah.
the lyrics, you know, and then you're gonna be like, oh, but this beat is like making it ride though. You know,
Yeah,
it's smooth.
that's exactly the vibe of your music. Like I didn't have anything that was hitting me like super hard, you know, like super hard bass wise, but the song was still hitting me, you know? Like I was
Yeah,
still feeling the message that was supposed to be put forth.
yeah,
Lyrics.
yeah. Like
Which
the homie, what were you gonna say?
no, go ahead.
The homie Big Soup, this dude from Buffalo, the song Hop Look that me and Gaines are on. I think he has like some of my favorite beats just because like they're just very light. And he's also somebody who's like, I like bass, but it's not always necessary.
Yeah.
And so his beats like are just always just hit me like right away, like just make me want to write something. You feel me? Just because they are have like that lightness to them, you
Yeah.
know, but still hit in a certain way. So yeah, I
I
think
think
it's
it's
just like the
nice.
way I think, the way I write.
Yeah. I think it's nice. It's nice sometimes to be able to listen to light music, music that doesn't make you feel super heavy. It doesn't make you feel like weighed down, or it doesn't make you think so much about all the negative shit that's going on in your life. You get to just like kind of float for a little bit and
That's a
feel
fact.
really good, you know? And that's dope. That's the type of music that people really need nowadays with everything that's been going on. Like it's nice
Straight
to be
up.
able to listen to something and just feel like, okay, I'm good. Like I can just chill right now.
Straight up. And I think like we're in a really good time with with that type of thing. I feel like that vibe is coming back around.
Yeah.
Um, as far as just like let's focus on I don't even want to call it conscious because sometimes that gets a bad rep. You know, it's like I don't want to hear this conscious bullshit. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like straight up, you know what I mean?
Nah,
Like,
that's
because
true.
it's not always sweet. You feel me? Like
No, it
shit
really isn't.
it's really not, you know. So you gotta have like a bit of balance, but there's a way to balance that, you know. Like one of my also favorite artists is Andre 3000.
Yeah.
And the song Hey Ya is like it's such like an upbeat song, but low key, like that song is sad as fuck when you look
No,
at
it
the
really is.
lyrics, like that shit is, and like that's really how I want to give off my energy. My music is just like maybe like it makes you move, but when you really focus on the lyrics, sometimes it's like, damn, this shit ain't always like, you know, it's not that nice, you feel, or whatever you want to say.
But I think it's nice. like an artist like Andre 3000, where you can have a song where the lyrics are depressing, but it's so
Mhm.
upbeat that it still makes you want to dance to the negativity. And
Fact.
I think that in itself is like something incredible to do. Cause like
Fact.
how are you able to say all these things that really aren't positive at all? Like we're not spreading a good message right now. Like we're not talking about shit being sweet, but I'm still vibing to it. I'm still bopping
You
to it.
know,
And I still really, like I'm fucking with it. And it makes me feel good, even though it's not something that is good that you're talking about. So I
it's
think
still a
in a
little bit of
sense,
light.
yeah. Like I think in a sense that's really incredible to do because you don't really recognize that it's not really positive at all. Like
Yeah,
you're listening to
yeah,
something that should kind of have you make you feel kind of down, but I feel good listening to it.
yeah, for real, for real.
As you said, like there's different ways to get the same message across. So if anyone could have put that message out there and it could have been negative vibes, it could have been something that, like a deep cut, something that's really heartfelt, or it could
Right,
be something that's pop, that's like gonna make, like people feel really good, even though the message is not that, like that positive. So I think
fact.
it's incredible for people to be able to do that.
True craftsmanship. It really is.
Exactly.
To
I mean,
to to really go
mhm.
ahead.
I was gonna say that shows like how much effort people put into their artistry and how much they really love music. Like you can tell when
Hmm.
someone really loves music versus when they're doing music just to do music.
That's a fact.
Like you could tell
That's
when
a
someone
fact.
really, really put time and effort and work into their process. And this is like their thing. Like music is what they live for.
This is really someone's outlet. And like
Yeah,
that's how I view it. Is like it's fun, and have fun doing it, but it's just like really an outlet. Just to like
yeah,
unwind and just like take your mind and put it on something else, and then when you get some dope shit at the end, it's no better feeling. Truly,
exactly. So,
truly.
what are you working on currently? Is there anything that we can expect just puh-GEEZ? I know you just released Moody like a couple weeks ago, but is there anything like a full length project you're working on or anything like that? Any visuals, anything?
It definitely is. I think I want to do a lot. Like I want to do like singles and videos that like lead up to a project.
Hmm.
So I got some things in mind. My other homie, like another in-house producer, Kage Durden. We're having like this thing where it's like when we link up together, we're gonna call it Bad Girl.
Hmm.
Kind of like Playboy or something like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
But we're gonna have like a couple songs, like a couple videos, and like that sounds completely different. It's like rapping on shit that you shouldn't rap on, honestly, low key. It's weird, but it sounds hard. It sounds fucking fire. I can't even lie to you. And then definitely like working on like a puh-GEEZ project, probably like towards the end of the year. And yeah, I definitely got to get like a solo project just because I think it would make me feel better as an artist.
Yeah.
Because I only have like collab projects out, like with Short Moscato and then Wizzle the Wizard. So I think it would just really help me just feel some validity in my artistry.
Mhm.
Um, but like you're your own biggest critic, so
Absolutely,
you
but
feel me?
I understand what you're saying. Like, you've been able to put out dope projects with other people, but as far as your individuality and people experiencing you solely as an artist, I don't think we've gotten that opportunity yet because you've
Facts.
been putting out collabs. So it'll be nice to be able to experience you solely, and since you produce and write, it's gonna be so. I feel like it'll be intense but very genuine, and it'll be nice to see you come out of the shell of like groups and collabs to like really
Yeah.
pinpoint your own artistry and your own individuality. It'll be nice to hear.
It
I'm really excited for it.
yeah, like I can't even lie, I am too, because it's like a gift and a curse to really care so much and then like almost be a perfectionist in a way. Because I've had projects like full length things, and like one day I'm like, damn, this is the hardest shit ever, and it's gonna be fucking phenomenal, and people are gonna love it. But then it's like the next week you're like, nah, this ain't it, bro. This I can't do that. Nah, this is not coming out. And then you just got like a whole project just like scrapped. So it's been like a lot of that for like a couple years, and it's like I really got to stop, honestly, because
Yeah,
like it's you really got to stop because you're only hurting yourself at the end of the day. And yeah, it's like
absolutely. You can't. second guess yourself like that. Like if one
That's
day
a fact.
it's hot, that's it. Put it out. That's it. No discussion.
That's a
Like
fact.
don't go back and listen to it and be like, nah, people not gonna fuck with it. It's if you fuck with it, put it out. Because if you
That's a
like it
fact.
and it's genuine, people are going to fuck with it. If they like you, they fuck with your sound, they fuck with your music, they're gonna fuck with it. No question.
That's a that's a fact. That's a fact. That's where I'm at right now. It's just like take your shots, you know. Just
Yeah,
take all your shots, you
absolutely.
know. And yeah, like it definitely is gonna be some because I'm just sitting on a lot of music that's just like sitting there and it's basically I don't want to say done, you know, but it's very close, you know, and it's just like this it's a vibe if I put it all together now, you know, and just put it out there
I mean,
into the
why don't
world.
you just like release a teaser single or something that's just you and see how people fuck with it. If you're like kind of iffy about putting out something that's solely you, then just put it out there. The only
You're
thing
right.
that can happen, like the only negative thing that can happen is that people don't fuck with it heavy. But I
Like,
mean,
oh, this
then
nigga
it's back
trash.
to like, yeah, but then it's back to like, but then it's back to like, you get the opportunity to go back and revamp. So
Fact. That's
you
a
get to
fact.
see it as not as just like people being negative or people not fucking with your shit. This is an opportunity for you to go back. If this is what you really want to do, go back and figure out a different vibe or a different way or and enhance your sound in some way where it's more palatable, where people are more able to grasp onto it and resonate with it. Either it's gonna go either way. Either people are gonna mess with it heavy or people are gonna be like, nah, this is not it. So
Nah,
that's pretty much those are like those are the two options. Like that's
that's
it.
a
You
fact.
don't ever have to really think too heavy when all you think of is like, ah, it'll either go this way or it'll go this way. Either way,
Right.
I'm good. Because either you get hot or you go back and you revamp and you release again. Like it's a
That's a
learning
fact.
experience either way.
That's definitely a fact. Yeah. Like that's where I'm at right now with it. Just like you just gotta put it out. And that's what Moody was. And it's gonna be a lot more things. Like I want to do a video for Moody because I got some ideas.
I
I think
think
that'd be like a dope I'd like dope little like short film type shit. You
yeah,
feel me? Because it gives me that vibe.
it
And it's like
it really does. Like I'm definitely stoked that that's even the idea you have. And I look forward to watching it once you actually do put it out. I think you should.
yeah, it's a lot of things coming up, a lot of good things coming up. You know, I got some beats out to a few people. You know what I mean? Excited to hear like what those sound like. And yeah, like it's going up. You feel me? It's definitely
That's
going up.
super dope. So I do
Hell
want to
yeah.
ask, because I did see you live for the first time, what are some
Mhm.
of your favorite songs to perform live?
Um, so from that motion, the perception project that motions is on,
Hmm.
I think one of my favorites is it's a joint called Lido.
Hmm.
And there's Lido 1 and then Lido 2.0. And Lido 1 just got Wizzo on it and BN. And then 2.0 got me and Wizzo on it. And I also made that beat. And it's like, it's just one of those songs that just live is just amazing. So much better. Um, Newer songs I like perform. Like the first time we did, that was the first time we did a hot book with me and Gaines.
Hmm.
And
I like that track too. That
I'm
track
I'm
was
not gonna
fire.
lie, I love
That
that
track
song
was
so
fire.
much. But like I didn't think it was like gonna be a hype song. But like we were saying earlier, you just get on stage and you're like, oh shit, my shit is playing loud, like loud as hell right now. Like I can't do nothing else but just react like this. And so that's another good one. I think Alone, that was a fun one to do. Uh I can't lie, all of it. I mean,
I was gonna say
like
you're listening to songs. You're still just listening to songs. I don't know. I've enjoyed all the music I've listened to by you. I definitely fuck with that track that you have with Games. I felt that one a lot when you guys performed it. I like that one.
yeah, that
Um,
was a good one.
but I'm definitely looking forward to any and everything that you put out next. You're a great performer, a great artist so far as what I've listened to. So you have my support for sure. I definitely am
Appreciate that.
ready to listen to anything that you guys put out. I want to listen to, I got to listen to more of the guy that's on the album with you, Was the Wizard? Is it
Oh,
that?
Wizard the Wizard?
Wizard the Wizard, yes. I have to
Yep,
get that
yep.
down 'cause I keep bringing that extra Z. Wizard the Wizard. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
nah, he's dope too.
Another
He's
producer.
really
Yeah.
dope. Yeah. I was like,
And
nah,
yeah,
I gotta listen to way more of them because I love the vibe that that you guys are putting out for sure.
Yeah, he like me and him, we just put out like a little EP thing called Spec.
Mhm.
And I'm on two of the tracks, and I produced the last one called Spec. I think you actually really like that one. It's been getting like a lot of good reception. And then B and he's also in puh-GEEZ. He got a project called Grits on Bandcamp. That's also really good. I'm on that joint. Novel, another one who's also in the group. He got a project out. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah,
You know.
I think I'm ready to listen to everything. You guys are super talented, and I've enjoyed what I've heard so far. So I'm definitely
I,
gonna delve deeper into everybody's Bandcamp and
I'm
and check out everything for
really
sure.
appreciate that. For real, really appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. I love to come to local concerts because there's so much talent hidden in these small spaces, you know? Like
Hmm.
Buffalo is a city, but it's really a small town if you're being honest. Like
Hmm.
Buffalo really does feel like a small town. There's like 2 degrees of separation between everybody.
That's a
So
fact.
it's it's nice to be able to create like something where I can put a little bit of a spotlight on these people that I think are super dope, you know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really nice. I've
It
enjoyed
is really
it. I
cool.
enjoy going to these concerts, and I'm grateful that I got to see you perform because I've been put on to a lot of dope music since.
And that's the thing, like with this age of social media, and I can't lie, like our collective of people are not really too much on social media, you
Yeah,
know. So sometimes we don't always like properly promote things and like have proper releases, which is also like not a good thing. You feel me? It's something to
yeah.
work on, you know, because you got to be good at this shit. You have to, you know. That's just like the way it is.
Especially
But
if you want your music to reach, you gotta promo, you gotta speak about your music, you gotta post about your shit all the time.
fact. That's definitely a fact.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's just like another thing just to add on the list to get better at, you know, just like the social media shit. So people can, you know what I mean, actually hear it and then come to a show and then already know, you know,
Yeah,
you already know the lyrics. You feel me? So just something to like just to add to the process.
yeah, and definitely, to keep in mind as you move forward with music and with your career in music. There is just one last question I have for you, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
I know that we're both like low key, not like super big on anything, but if you do have any advice for anyone that's looking to start making music or get into music,
Hmm.
like what advice would you have?
That's a good question. I really say just stick to what you like and what you want to do, you know, like don't look at other things and be like, oh, he makes music like this and he make music and he's here. You feel me? Like, don't get caught up in that because like that's a cycle. That's a never ending cycle, you know. So just like keeping your head down and like staying true to yourself, what you like, what you want to talk about. You feel me? Because even if it's like I don't want to say like not good, but even if it's like not the best of music, you feel me? For your ears, for your taste, but like your taste level is going to keep increasing the
Yeah,
more you just like, you know, like the more you're consistent, putting in work, and you're gonna like craft a sound. You feel me? That's truly your own. And like I feel like I'm stepping into that now because like I just stayed true to myself and didn't want to talk about nothing I didn't know about, even if you feel me. So yeah, really just like being true to yourself and just sounds cliche, but it's like all that shit makes
no,
sense
but
though.
that's legit. You have to stay true to yourself if you're gonna make genuine things for people to put out, because people aren't stupid, and they will know if
Fact.
they will know if what you're putting out is not something that's along the lines of you, is something stupid. They're gonna know, and they're probably not gonna support it. So it's nice to just. It makes more sense to just stay true to yourself and put out what you enjoy and what you like, because people will resonate
Fact.
with it.
And confidence, straight up. Like
Exactly. Yeah, you got to be confident in what you're
straight
putting out. Like, don't delete no more tracks. Like, put out what you
up.
kind of
That's a fucking fact.
side.
That's a fucking
One
fact.
side. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you doing this interview with me. It was dope to talk to you.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to any visuals or any music that you guys put out next. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, thank you so much. I really
Thank you
appreciate
so much. This was awesome. I really enjoyed myself. You asked some great ass questions.
it.
For real.
Thank
For
you.
real.
Thank you.